Hello guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. We'll talk about romance in anime, movies, and TV shows, right? Today we'll be talking about How to Train a Dragon, the first one. There's a lot of them. So it's about, Hiccup and Astrid. It's not about them, but, those are the subjects I'm going to talk about, right, in terms of romance. So basically Hiccup is a loser, right? You think of a loser, that's basically him. And, he's trying to prove himself by, killing a dragon. And then he one day in the beginning he makes a machine. He goes to the mountain, shoots down a night fury, and then he goes tomorrow, like the next morning, to try kill it and bring it back to the village. But he doesn't have the stones to do it. He's not, it's just how he is, right? He's very he's a thinker. He's a thinker and a doer, but he's more preserved and more calm than the rest of the Vikings, which is just aggressive, right? Think of a Viking and think about the opposite of that, and that's what Hiccup is. so so anyway, he tries to kill it. He doesn't, and then when he shot it down, the Night Fury, right? Toothless, like his wings at the back got torn off, so now he can't fly, right? So basically, he helps it, not helps it, but makes like a wing for it, like the back wing, and then he rides it, he improves on it, and then yeah, that's basically the gist of the beginning of the story, right? But what I'm talking about is Hiccup, Hiccup and Astrid, right? I think it's interesting. I feel like when I first saw the movie when I was a kid, it was like back in high school, right? So you got this loser, right? And the loser likes this popular girl in school, right? I don't know what it is. It's always like the loser, right? And then they like the popular girl, and there's just no chance. You just have to call it, right? I remember I liked this girl in high school, right? Popular girl, right? Yeah, this you can do your best, but you just it's a bit sticky. There's a bit tough. So that's basically Hiccup. That he's trying to impress her, trying to get her, but it's not really working. And Astrid doesn't really show much attention because Hiccup he's always messing up. He's a village mess up, so he's always messing up. So she's not really gonna date him, right? But so it went from Hiccup likes her, Hiccup likes her. Astrid doesn't even notice him, right? Just like an insect on the wall. It's just there, isn't it? So yeah, I was thinking about the moment, and then so they went from that relationship, and then to where then Hiccup started doing well in dragon training, right? Because he has a dragon, so he learns the tricks of the trade. So now it goes from actually not noticing him to actually hating him, right? So it's hatred, and then she hates him so much she follows him to find his tricks, and then he finds out about Toothless. Basically, Hiccup kidnaps her, shows her the skies and stuff. It's a great date, kidnapping, but it's a great date, right? Because he takes her on Toothless, and then they see the Burke from up in the sky, right? So yeah, that was nice. And then what happens is they really find about Toothless. They use Toothless to find the dragon nest because they're looking for that to kill the queen dragon or the dragons there, and then we end the war, right? So they go there and they find this monstrous dragon, and then they have to fight it. They get absolutely destroyed. They get absolutely destroyed, right? And then Hiccup comes and saves the day, right? And at the end, Hiccup and Astrid, they kiss, and then the story ends there, right? Spoilers, sorry. But so interesting relationship between them. I I didn't like Astrid at the beginning, but you gotta look at it from the village perspective, and her perspective is like half everyone is very small and tiny, right? So physically, not really that attractive, and then he's a screw up as well. Basically, I don't know what. I guess only he himself sees value in himself. So I think that's something to keep in mind, that in life you have to see the value in yourself, and then people will see it, or they may not see it. Some people don't see it at all. So that's basically what happened with Astrid in terms of the perspective that she had, right? And then Hiccup just liked her because she was beautiful, right? So there's not much there, is it? But I mean, she was also brave as well. So I guess beautiful, brave, adventurous, and stuff like that. Always doing stuff. But it was interesting watching those dynamics. But that's high school stuff. I'm pretty sure some people in high school, and you have a crush and everything. I think you have to enjoy those times when you have a crush in high school. Was basically you're gonna have a crush from like start to finish. Since you're born, and until you die, you're gonna have crushes at like work, college, middle school, primary school, high school. It's just gonna happen, right? And I guess from Hiccup's perspective, right? The advice Hiccup would give you is that you gotta go try to kill a dragon, but don't kill the dragon, and then hopefully that you get your crush, right? But yeah, so that's basically the movie. But I really like the movie. Really, I've watched it like so many times. I recommend you guys to watch it. Right, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Maybe eight out of 10. It's that good, right? I mean, there's like one, two, three. I think four. One, two, three. No, it's three. And then there's the live action, right? I want to say that the live action's as good as the original. I would recommend watching the live action and then the animated version, because that live action is just boring. The acting is not as good. I think the only reason we kind of watched the live action was just see Toothless live action, and it was alright. It wasn't that great, but it was alright. Yeah, not gonna complain about that. But it's just not as good as the animated version. Well, those are my thoughts on How to Train a Dragon. You guys tell me what you guys think, and we'll meet again.